jersey, loaded with men who have experienced this before. Hall of Famers, faces of the franchise. For the second straight year, Major League Baseball's first-year player draft is in prime time and live from Studio 42. And we welcome you to Studio 42. Hello, everyone. It's Greg Amsinger welcoming you to MLB Network's 4.5 hours of live draft coverage. 4.5 hours, and for the first time ever, we bring you a pre-draft show, a full hour leading up to the #1 overall pick. Now, I'm pleased to be joined by a stellar group of experts. Harold Reynolds, our resident GM John Hart, Hall of Famer Peter Gammons, and every year, Harold, there are great storylines. This one's special. What's the big storyline to you?
It's the hype of Bryce Harper. You kidding me? It gets bigger every season. But you think about it with YouTube, internet, people watching games on their cell phones, sending in, I can't believe this kid did this. Now, here's the story behind him a little bit. He leaves high school after his sophomore year. Yes, after his sophomore year, he got his GED, went to junior college. He got walked 84 times his first 2 years of high school. So he was going backwards. The family decided, okay, you want to play baseball that bad? We'll go ahead and send you to a junior college. And people were like, oh my gosh, he went to college. But he lived at home. He went to 2 proms this year. When you're a star like that, you don't go to 1, you go to 2. Went to 2 proms, and the kid has put up phenomenal numbers. 23 home runs with a wooden bat this year. We'll talk a lot about him, but he is the story of the draft right now.
But Peter, not just Bryce Harper, is it?
Well, it's it's really it lines up as sort of a 3-star draft. I mean, #2 pick, Jameson Taillon, right-handed, big, huge right-handed pitcher out of Houston, Texas, probably going to Pittsburgh. And then Manny Machado, a big shortstop out of Miami, who's tremendously skilled, likely going to Baltimore. After that, scouts say, you know, there isn't that much differentiation between 4 and 44, which is not to say they aren't talented, but this is a scout's draft. The one thing, some of those teams up near the top, now that you have the rule that says if you don't sign your #1 pick, a pick in the same place next year, next year's draft is considered better at the top than this one after the first 3 players. You might see some teams draft somebody and then not sign them and take the draft pick next year.
Well, John, let's see what's in that 4 through 44 range. What's the strength of this year's draft?
Well, for me, the strength and the depth in this draft is in high school pitching. I think when you look at it, there's probably the most upside in the draft is in high school pitching. They've got a lot of big, strong, physical right-handers. Listen, along with that high school pitching, there's going to come some risk. And you have to have a minor league system that's going to be patient, allow these kids to develop, learn to pitch off their fastball, get used to the routine. But I think the depth in this draft is high school pitching.
Throughout your years in player development, as a former GM in Major League Baseball, you used a grading system that is used throughout baseball. We're going to use it throughout the 4.5 hours here on MLB Network. We're calling it Heart of the Matter. Walk us through what it is.
Well, really what it is, it's a report card for the players. The scouts, when they go to see a player, are going to issue grades, and they're going to write up what that player is. And I think, again, when you look at it here on the screen, this is a hitter's report card. They grade them on 5 tools: the hit, the power, the run, the feel, and the arm. You see the present and the future. The present grade is what he's doing now. The future is what that scout projects him to do. You flip it over to the pitchers, and they're going to grade him on the fastball, the curve, slider, change, his off-speed pitch, and then his control. Again, on a grade of 2 to 8 is the scale. It's not A, B, C, D, E. 2 being very poor, 8 being really special. And I think you're going to see a lot of kids that are on this draft are going to have a lot of 5s, 6s, and 7s on that card.
It makes a lot of sense, and you may not believe this at home, but John is prepared to give us the heart of the matter on the first 50 players selected in this year's draft. Why the number 50? Well, take a look at the draft basics, and you'll see why. Our coverage is focused around the entire first round, which consists of 32 picks, and the first compensation round, which is an additional 18 selections. The order of who picks where is based on 2009 wins and losses. As for how teams get compensation picks, they're given to clubs who lose Type A or B free agents or did not sign picks from last year's draft. Here are the clubs with the most picks. Big night for the LA Angels, 5 picks in the top 40. The Rangers and Blue Jays have 4 selections through the first and comp round, while the Red Sox, Astros, Cardinals, and Rays each have 3 in the first 50 picks. For more, let's welcome in Baseball America's Jim Callis and MLB.com's Jonathan Mayo. Guys, you're doing amazing.